Welcome back to KUTV Primetime News. Of course, you're watching Primetime News, and it's time for a discussion of the night. Now, the government of Kenya has proposed multiple amendments to the finance bill for the year 2023-2024. The proposal aimed to expand the tax base for the government. One of the proposals of course, in the bill is the taxation of payments made to digital creators. Tonight, Alex Madenge and Dan Odumbe, both comedians who have no doubt thrived in the digital space, joins me to talk about how this proposal is affecting them as content creators. Karibuni sana to KUTV.
Asante sana.
Okay, who do I start with? I'll start from here. Alex, first of all, I trust you're doing well tonight. I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing good. So should I look at the camera or look at you?
No, it's okay. You just look at me.
The whole interview?
Yeah.
I'm Alex Madenge. I'm a content creator, comedian, and producer.
All right, now tell me, how is this the proposed finance bill 2023 that now wants content creators taxed affecting you guys?
I have no issue with being taxed, but you cannot milk a cow which you've not given grass.
What do you mean by that?
Before the government tax the content creators, they should create an environment where we are able to make money, and now we are paying taxes comfortably. Because as digital creators, we looked for a way to make a living, because the government could not provide an environment where we could get jobs, maybe on TV or on parastatals or whichever place. So we looked for an alternative ourselves. So the government never made any initiative to make our work easy. But now that they have seen we are making money, they're rushing now to tax us. So they should give us maybe a grace period of maybe 1 year, 2 years. They should give us tax reliefs and initiatives to first make money and also structure the industry in a way that we are all making money that can be taxed. Yeah.
All right, last year in 2022, I'll be coming back to you then. Last year in 2023, during the 59th Jamhuri Day celebrations, I remember President William Ruto said that he foresees a digital revolution across the country where people could browse in the internet and earn from the digital space. Hasn't he actualized this for content creators?
Well, you know, internet is not a Kenyan or an African invention. So whatever he said is just a political statement. Americans own the internet. It's them who will dictate what creators around the world do. For example, when they said YouTube will start charging tax, they did it from America, not from Kenya. If you're in Kenya, you'll not say, no, don't tax me, because internet or the platforms that we use mostly are from the United States or the other parts of the world. So I don't think the president has any power to control. It was just a mere political statement to make people happy on a national day, but not much has been done or much can be done from this side, because the dictators are from the other side. If they say we are paying 50%, that is what will happen. And you will find 50% of your money in your account. You have no powers to say, no, tax me this amount of percentage. For example, YouTube gives you 45% of their revenue. You cannot go to the president and tell him to go now to YouTube and tell them, no, we want more, maybe 60%, because it's a global percentage that they put from the states. So there is nothing the president can do from here. He can only make maybe internet to be cheaper, maybe production of content to be easy on our end, so that now we are able to make money out there.
All right, so now YouTube is already charging content creators, taxing content creators.
The American government
is taxing.
Already they sent us a place where you insert your KRA PIN, but they tax you in the US. So already we are being taxed in the US. The views that you get from, the good thing, they charge the views that are from the US. So if I have 1 million views, and 500,000 views are from the US, they'll tax the money coming from the 500,000 views in the US, and then leave me with the 500,000 views from other parts, because maybe we have different jurisdictions. So you see, now we are taxed from the US, and now the finance bill will tax us now. So that's like double taxation.
All right, Dan,
Yes.
I would love to get your opinion about this. What do you do in the content creation space, in the digital outlet space, and how is this proposed finance bill, should it be passed, how is it going to affect you?
I am first of all, I will just have to say this. I am a stammerer, so if I take my time, just
No worries.
yes. I don't have any reason why to say no, but I feel like the government does not provide free lunch. There is one man who once said that the government does not provide free lunch. So what I'm trying to say is, it's like the government have seen that up mbele ma content creators will have money, and that's why they are rushing to tax, because the government does not tax place yenye hakuna pesa. But I think they should have an end game. What is their end game? You are taxing us, then sisi kama ma content creators, what will we gain? I think they should bring a platform where wakitukata tuonajua even though wanatukata wanatupea broad nini ya ku make money. Unaona, like give us more and then you can tax us.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, Oliver, what are these social media outlets, maybe the digital space, that you would say is bringing more income to these content creators?
It depends. If you're on TikTok and you wake up at 4 a.m., you'll see people saying, gift me, gift me, gift me. Oh, send me a gift. Send me a gift. Those are TikTok guys, and they thrive at night. They make their money from gifts. During the day, we have guys who upload on Instagram, and they don't charge, but they make money from advertisers. So like if I have consistent content on my page, advertisers can come and place their products on my pages, so that they get to sell their products on my pages. On Facebook, the same. We've not reached a point where Facebook is monetized in Africa, but maybe we are getting there. And also YouTube, now you get money from the ads that play. If you don't skip the ads, that is. So you can make money from YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and all those other platforms, so long as you have an audience and you make content consistently.
Now, would you say that the content creation space has improved in Kenya over the years?
Of course, it has improved, but not from any government initiative. It's from my own initiative. If I make a few coins, I buy a camera. If I make a few other coins, I go buy a nice boom. The next month, I buy something else. Then I continue pushing myself, sharing, being on every WhatsApp group, begging people to please share my content. Some are not sharing, some are sharing. Doing all these things, branding yourselves. So we've done our part as content creators without any help from the government. The corporates have really started helping us, but the government should show goodwill, maybe by having rules or initiatives to support this new creative economy. Make it easy for people to create content, because now if for example I make 100,000 every month through all these difficulties, if I try to shoot in town, Kanjos ndio wananifukuza. If I shoot anywhere, harassment. If they reduce all that and I make a million.
But right now, shooting in Nairobi
is not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. The governor said you can shoot, but there is no law. saying you can shoot in parts A, B, C, D. For example, you cannot shoot in front of CBK, or many people don't even know where DOD is. So you may find yourself shooting somewhere, and that's where DOD is. They arrest you and wanakufinya sana. So the government should come up with a goodwill, starting with laws and guidelines. They can tell people, hi guys, you can shoot in the national park for free on certain days. In town, you can shoot archives, wapi for free, so long as you have an organization or something like that. Or they can even have a database of creators. They just show goodwill. Guys will create and will make money, and now they can tax. Because that is what happens in the West. The government just gives goodwill. They just tell you, guys, we are with you, we'll support you, so that you give us money back. Yes, that's how they support like Hollywood. Hollywood is a government initiative. They even set up a place where you can shoot movies. The government of Kenya has not done that. It has not even created anything for even YouTubers or TikTokers. They can even create a corner in Uhuru Park and say, no, this corner, if you're doing TikTok, you can come on Sunday and do all your TikToks. Now, after you make money, we can confidently charge you or tax you. But now they're just there waiting to tax.
I think the goodwill pia inafanyika kwa African country like Nigeria, and you find that yes, they are being taxed, but only 7.5.
Yeah,
the 7.5, and but huku wako na formula ya wasanii, and that's why you can find msanii wa Nigeria is living a better life than msanii wa Kenya. Nikikwama sana unanisaidia nitamaliza.
But how have you grown? How do you say social media platform, the digital space, has helped you in your career, maybe to earn a living? I understand that right now Kenyans are grappling with the hard economic times.
Yeah, true.
How has this platform helped you as a content creator?
Endorsements ndio huwa zinatulipa sana, because you can find a company inakutafuta that uifanyie marketing, and that's how you are being paid. You are YouTube pia inalipa, and but mostly nazasema ni endorsements or na plus ukiita gigs. Yes.
Oliver, I would love to get your opinion on that as well. How has this space helped you as a content creator?
of course there is a way you monetize your brand and market also what you do. If you go to my bio, it says I'm a producer. So every time you watch my content, at the end of the video, I put contacts there that you can reach me if you want production for documentaries, TV shows, because I have a production house, that's one. And also, like he said, endorsements, which come after quite some time. After you really have a big following, that's when you get endorsements. And that is where the government now wants to tax, because they know endorsements carry a lot of money. So I can say monetizing your brand and then endorsements. Because me, I'm not into events and other things. Maybe I'll get there at some point.
But should you be taxed that 15% tax on content creators? Will this be the first time that the Kenyan government, any government that has been there so far, taxing content creators? Because the content creation space has evolved over time. And I understand that YouTube, for instance, last year it revealed that Kenya was the fastest growing space for African content creators, with about 400 channels having at least 100,000 subscribers and 60% year-over-year increase in creators earning about 1 million Kenya shillings. So yeah, what would you say about that?
It's very uncomfortable for us. Because apart from the 15%, like I told you, there is the percentage from the US. So we are not just looking at 15%. And don't forget, let me talk about YouTube maybe. Don't forget, the revenue that we are taxing is the 45% from the 100% that YouTube takes 55%. So the 45% that is left is taxed in the US and now in Kenya. So we are looking at maybe from your content, what remains is like 20%. So the total taxes from the US and the 45%. Am I making sense?
You are.
Like, for example, wacha niseme na lugha ya Kiswahili watu waelewe. YouTube, pesa yenye inatengenezwa YouTube ni 100%. Sawa sawa. So YouTube juu ndio wenye platform wanachukuanga 55%. Wanaacha 45%. Sawa. 45% US government inakwambia ni aje tuachie tax yetu. So tuseme ni kama 10%, inabaki 35%. So 35% toa 15% sasa yenye finance bill inaleta. Inabaki 20%. So out of your hard work, you're remaining with 20%. So for me to make 100,000, I have to make like 500,000 so that everyone is happy. That's where the problem is. Because even the US government is not helping me in any way. So everyone is taxing me, but there is no one helping me to create. Because like in agriculture, they are having fertilizer subsidies to make the farmers grow more maize and whatever. What about me? There's no subsidy on my end. There's no one giving me a camera for free. There's no one writing content for free. So there's no one building a road for me. There's nothing that you can do to help me now create more money for taxes.
All right. I want to ask this question, and I want to begin with Dan, and then I'll also request you to answer, to get your opinion about that. Okay. I think it was last month, a content creator, Miss Trudy, was captured in camera saying she was being harassed, quote unquote, she was being harassed while recording at the airport. Don't you guys feel safe, or where do you draw the line when recording content? Because I believe that places like the airport are really places that are restricted maybe for content creation. So where do you draw the line when creating your content, and don't you feel safe enough in your content creation space?
I will start with I think she did not do her research well, because hapo ni places zenye huwezi shutia like kwa airport, kwa police station, huwezi enda pale KICC nje ushoot, kwa SGR you are not allowed. But I think mtu tu akisha jua the do's and the don'ts, then you will have an easy time, because uko na places mob kama unataka scene ya airport, you can do a green screen one, or maybe tu unaweza have tu cutaway zenye ziko, alafu upige set yako kando. But again unapata that wasanii wengi tunakoniwa. Sitaki niseme ni kukoniwa pase, but like when it was shoot, then that shoot is not happening.
Nani anawaita shoot? Who calls you for a shoot and then it's cancelled?
When it was shoot, yes, ebu si ukuje na menje yako, menje ni camera. Okay. So ukuje na camera na camera what not, then unafika na unaibiwa. Sijui kama umesikia that
safety, yeah.
So I think tunafaa tupate cover ya nini zetu, ya our equipments,
regulations that protect content creators.
Yes.
Okay, Alex, I would love to get your opinion about how Miss Trudy reacted. Where do you guys draw the line when recording content, when taking your content? I understand you record them, right?
Yeah,
when recording your content.
I think she was way out of order, because she thought maybe as a content creator you are a celebrity or a VIP that you can record everywhere. Because the problem I saw with her, was that she was recording where people were passing. And also there is also privacy of people's faces. Maybe someone is going to Dubai with someone who is not their wives, and you are there recording a vlog. So there's a thin line between marketing Kenya and also exposing faces and also being a security threat. Because even the guys who work in the airport, you just see a guy with a camera saying, "Hi guys, I'm leaving, I don't know what." It confuses you because you don't know what the person is doing. Maybe they are terrorists. You never know. It can cause a terrorist scare because they have regulations like don't do photography. You don't know why they do that. They have their own way of having their own rules. So I think she would have called for maybe permission from people at the airport to give her permission to record maybe whatever she was recording. And maybe they would have guided her that this is where you can record and this is where you cannot record. Because guys record and no one has ever had issues with the people at the airport. But if you record where people are passing with their luggages and you are delaying people going to check in, it will be an issue, of course. And then she started throwing tantrums. And, you know,
all right,
yeah.
all right. The government is keen on digitizing services in the country and keeping things online, buying getting government services online. Do you think that this could be an additional aspect as to why maybe content creators now, you are going to be taxed this 15% that you should also keep in mind that is higher than the 5% withholding tax that is levied against professional services? So do you think that because the president is so keen on tapping into the digital space as well, what's your take on that, to you as content creators?
I think it's okay to tax everyone, but I would say let's just have a grace period, because government services, when you use internet, they become cheaper. The e-citizen and all those other services. Now it's easy to access government services, but now we are talking about content creation. You're just not getting into a website and doing stuff there. You are creating. There is a cost behind the creation. Me getting a visa or an ID or a birth certificate from a government portal or something, it's easy because it's a government service. But content creation, I'm using money to produce. Then I put that content somewhere and market it. There's a cost. So I think they should also talk to us and know what happens before you produce content. What do you go through? What are some of the costs that you have before they arrive at this 15%? I don't know who came up with this 15%, by the way. Because they think we just put a phone here, make content, upload, make millions. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to market. You have to edit, make sure everything is okay, pay people, pay the makeup guy, pay the sound guy, pay the editor, so that you have a good product, then market it. So I don't know who came up with that 15%, and I don't know who came up with that. They should revisit that. We are okay with 5.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I am sure they have no idea there are other taxes, maybe in the US, before the money comes to Kenya. So they should revise that 15% on an honest note. We start at least with 5, then we move to 10.
Pole pole.
Yeah, or we have a range. Like if you make more than 100K, now we are taxing you. But if you make 8K, now you're being taxed 8,000.
But people earning 8,000 Kenya shillings are not being taxed.
Yeah, exactly. Now you get my point. They should say, if you are a content creator, if you get an endorsement worth over 100,000, we will tax you. If you make money from YouTube over 250,000, we tax you. Just the way they say, if you earn over 24,000 in Kenya, you can be taxed. But now they're just putting a blanket tax. So what about people making 4,000?
We'll know about that. As you say, it's not passed yet.
Yeah.
It's just a proposal. So we'll see about that when it's actually passed. I would love to get your parting shot done as we close.
I think the board, when you will come up with this idea, they should go back to their drawing board. Waone an agency gani yenye wata handle this, because like Madengi has said, 15 ni mob, 15 ni mingi sana. I think inafaa ipunguzwe, then na hiyo range iwekwe. Range to fulani iwekwe, cause like you said, nini expensive. One, first of all, ata the creative process peke, because it's not just do something to tamka, nice, sasa nataka nivae kama karau, mimi nikue mwizi naonisha. No, you have to think sana about
plan.
it. Yes, now I plan. It's not ABCD.
Okay. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time for us here at KUTV.
Asante sana.
We do appreciate your time.
Asante.
All right. Now, content creation has grown over the years, and creators earn a living through sponsored content, digital campaigns, or ad revenue from platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Under the current taxation regime defined by the Income Tax Act, that is ITA, certain digital payments made are subject to withholding tax, while others may not fall under the provisions of the ITA. Payments made by taxpayers to digital content creators will be subject to a 15% tax, withholding the tax rate according to the new proposed legislation. Thank you so much for watching our discussion of the night about how the proposed finance bill that seeks to tax content creators are affecting the content creators. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sports.